What's up, everyone? And today I'm bringing a deck profile on my Cosmos. Now, Kozmo is a very interesting deck, has a kind of very interesting playstyle. And before we get into the video, I just want to mention to subscribe, because the more subs we get, the more videos you get. That was my best pitch. Let's get right into it. First, I run 3 Kozmo Tin Can. Kozmo Tin Can has a quick effect. You can banish this card, special summon one level 2 or higher Kozmo monster from your hand. Now, all the smaller Kozmos can do that, and all the higher Kozmos can do that, but in reverse. You'll see as we get later on. And once per turn, during the end phase, you can pay 500 life points, reveal 3 Kozmo cards with different names from your deck. Your opponent randomly picks one for you to add to your hand. Also, send the rest to the grave. I also run 3 Strawmen, same as Tin Can, to where you can banish this card to special summon a level 3 or higher Kozmo. And once per turn, you can pay 500 life points to target one of your banished Kozmo monsters, special summon it, but its effects are negated and destroyed during the end phase. I also run 3 Kozmo Farm Girl. Same as the other 2, during another player's turn, you can banish this card to special summon one level 4 or higher Kozmo. And if this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can pay 500 life points to add a Kozmo card from your deck to your hand. Now that's all I run for the pilots. Now I run the ships. Oh no, we still have one pilot. I run 1 Kozmo Dark Lady. Quick effect, you can banish this card, special summon one level 6 or higher Kozmo monster from your hand. And once per turn, when you put another monster effect is activated quick effect, you can play 1000 life points to negate their activation, and if you do, destroy that monster. So this is a really good card because it can negate. I also run 3 Kozmo Slip Rider. Kozmo Slip Rider, if it is normal or special summon, you can target a spell trap card on the field, destroy it, and you can banish this if this card is sent to the graveyard. If this card is destroyed by battle or a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon one level 4 low Kozmo monster from your deck. Now all the ships do that to where they can special summon a level. It's different. The level that I can summon is different depending on which Kozmo is destroyed, but they all have the effect when they're destroyed by battle or card effect to special out another Kozmo. I run the 1 Dogfighter. Kozmo Dogfighter can essentially summon a token and also special summon level 5 or lower Kozmo monster when it's destroyed by battle or card effect. I run 3 Kozmo Form Runner. This one cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. The bigger ones cannot be targeted by card effects. During your standby phase, you can gain 1000 life points, and as the additional effect to special summon a Kozmo from grave. The 1 Kozmo Dark Eclipse cannot be targeted by opponent's card effects, and during either player's turn when a trap card is activated, you banish the Kozmo monster from your grave, negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. Now we run on to the main ship, Kozmo Dark Destroyer. I think this card was actually limited or banned at one point. I don't remember where. I just remember that it was like the first time I saw it was getting unlimited or something. Dark Destroyer, when it is normal or special summon, you can target one monster on the field, destroy it. Now, normally you'd think that's not that great of an effect. You also got to think about the pilots too. This can be summoned on your opponent's turn to like mess up plays. And actually, this is where a lot of the power of this deck comes from, is being able to activate this during your opponent's turn. Because one thing, I actually did a couple tools with this one, and there was one time where my opponent linked into Predator Plant Verte Anaconda, and I had one of the pilots on the field, so I brought Dark Destroyer out and destroyed the Verte Anaconda and just completely shut off the Dragoon play. Speaking of Dragoon, I run it as well. Now, this isn't Dragoon Turbo or anything like that. Half the time, I don't really even use the Dragoon engine, but you know, it's a really good engine. It's good to clear opponent's boards. And like, if it comes up, it comes up. It's just a luxury, in my opinion. That's all for the monsters. Moving on to the spells. I run 3 Kozmo Town. Now, Kozmo Town is a very powerful field spell because it has 3 separate effects. The first off, once per turn, you can target one of your banished Kozmo monsters, add it to the hand, and if you do, you lose life points equal to its level times 100. It has another effect to reveal any number of Kozmo monsters in your hand, shuffle them into the deck, then draw cards equal to the number of cards you shuffled into the deck. And if this card in the field zone is destroyed by a card effect, you can add a Kozmo card from deck to hand. Now, all of these effects are soft once per turn. So let's say I have a Kozmo Town and activate another Kozmo Town, and I can just use the effects again. Next, I run 3 Dark Hole. Now, I don't run any hand traps, and this is mainly why, because you want to run stuff that just wipes boards, essentially. Dark Hole and Torrential Tribute are both good targets. Torrential Tribute for going first, Dark Hole for going second. And considering all your Cosmos gains effects when they are destroyed by card effects, it makes Dark Hole a really powerful card. And it can also hurt your opponent too. Next, I play 3 Pot of Prosperity. Now, Pot of Prosperity is my hand trap of choice, mainly because You don't really need a lot of the extra deck because like most of the time what you'll end up doing is just having a bunch of the high level Cosmos. Like sometimes I'll be your board. And these Cosmos have pretty big attack. The ships do at least. So you don't really need a lot of extra deck. But yeah, there are definitely cards you can play, but they're not always going to come up. I also run one emergency teleport because the pilots are psychic, and the one red eyes fusion. Now normally I run 2 red eyes fusion, but I dropped this one down to 1 because in this deck I don't need to rely on Dragoon as much as say other decks because this deck can do a lot of it on its own. Moving on to the traps, I run 2 Cause Mojo. Whenever I say that card, I just think about Watch Mojo. You target Cosmo monster you control, destroy it, and if you do, banish 1 card your opponent controls or in their grave. So this is essentially a call by the grave, and it can actually work out pretty well. I also run 3 Storm Dragon's Return. Storm Dragon's Return, you target banished monsters, special summon it to your field, but return it to the hand during the end phase. And lastly, 3 Torrential Tribute, because same reason as Dark Hole, it's a board wipe and it also helps you out by destroying your own cards. Moving on to the extra deck. I run 1 Levier, the Sea Dragon. Levier, once per turn, you detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 banished level 4 little monster, special summon it to your field. So it's pretty good because it essentially works with all the pilots minus, well, the Dark Lady, but it works with Strawman, Tin Can, and Farm Girl. That and it can also be used to get you to a Zeus by going into Downward Magician. Now, Downward Magician you play for Zeus because it's going to essentially summon onto itself using a rank 3 or lower XYZ monster control. So essentially use it to become material for Zeus. I run 1 Artifact Durendal. Durendal, when a monster effect is activated on the field or when a normal spell trap card is activated, you detach 1 material from this card. The activated effect becomes destroy 1 spell trap your opponent controls. So essentially it changes the effect to destroying your own spells and traps. Although, if you don't have any spells and traps, I think it just fizzles. I also run 1 Constant Stellar Pleiades. This one you can, quick effect, detach material from this card, target 1 card on the field, return that target to the hand. So it's a bounce. I also run 2 Cyber Dragon Nova and 2 Cyber Dragon Infinity. Just a really good rank 5 play. Also run the 1 Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. Now, Flare Metal Dragon, essentially every time your opponent activates a card effect, they take 500 burn damage, so it's really good for burn. Dingirsu, good rank gate along with Hope Harbinger. I also run Zeus, as I've mentioned before, because Zeus is one of the best XDs in the game. It is the best XD monster in the game. I also run Verte Anaconda and Access Code, Verte Anaconda for Dragoon, and Access Code to kind of help close things out, and Dragoon. Well, that's going to be all for this deck. Let me know, what do you think of Kozmo? Do you think it's a pretty cool deck? Do you think it's has potential? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video I make. Bye.